Hi there, and welcome to a tutorial on how to set up the rolling VWAP for the NinjaTrader Market Analyzer. Briefly, there is an issue with the Market Analyzer for multi-time series indicators, and for that reason, certain indicators do not work properly with the Market Analyzer. That is, however, not the case for the premium VWAP suite. Most of them, with the exception of rolling VWAPs and rolling RWAPs, there is a data input equals primary bar setting, effectively disabling the multi-bar series feature. The secondary bars are then no longer loaded separately, and therefore you can use the VWAPs with the market analyzer. Data input is then no longer loaded via the indicator setting, but directly based on the time frame chosen for the market analyzer column. For the rolling VWAPs and the rolling RWAPs, they are always calculated from minute data, and therefore this data input equal primary bars setting is not available. So you should always select 1 minute for the data series in the market analyzer column. So we'll have a look at how to do that coming up. Just keep in mind also that you need to be mindful of the look back period. So with the rolling period of 3 days, for example, you need 4 working days for the calculation, 3 days for the data, and the 4th day for the completeness of the data on the 3rd day. And also if there's a weekend in there, you want to factor that in as well. So 6 calendar days, and also maybe a public holiday on each side of the holiday, as recently here in Europe. So depending on the market that you're setting it up for, choose a total of 8 calendar days as the look back period for a 3-day rolling VWAP. All right, so now we'll just go in here to the chart and see how we can use this. We have a 21-day rolling VWAP down here. This is a 3-day rolling VWAP. And up here, we have a rolling VWAP of 1 session. And the idea being that maybe you want to align the broad term with the intermediate term, and then have a look at the value reading here, making sure that setups occur within the first standard deviation of the VWAP. So we have the Ichimoku key signal here. This one would have been blocked based on the trend reading here in the broad and the intermediate. This one you would probably want to pass on, as it's plotting way out in the overbought 2.5 standard deviation. Go back a little bit further here. This one aligns nicely with value as well as the broad intermediate term. And so now we'll have a look at how to set that up for the market analyzer columns. So you go in here, add some instruments. Obviously, we'll just do the E-minis here. And for the columns, I'm going to be happy with just the last price. Go into the listed trader folder and locate the rolling VWAP trend. So we have that here. And rolling period of 3 for the weekly calculation. The 1 minute data is here, as you see. And then we'll put in 8 days here, and then make some columns here. Green for trend. And then you want this to be greater than 0 for a bullish scenario. And it needs to be below for a downtrend scenario. Color this in red and set this to less than. hit OK for that. Perhaps we can also set one up for the monthly rolling VWAP trend. So here we have a rolling period then of 21. And you need to factor in what I mentioned earlier here. So put in 45 days here for the required look back. And then set up the columns again as we did before. So uptrend, greater than 0. Downtrend, and less than 0. Okay, and then perhaps we can add the C-score here to have a value reading. So this number will tell us whether we're within a value, below 1 and above -1. And so for a 1-session rolling VWAP, you'll modify this to 1. Set 1 in here. And days, we can just leave it at 5 for this, seeing that we have higher numbers for the weekly and monthly. Just keep that to the default value. And then you will just see the C-score number itself in the column there. So we hit OK here, and then we see what we come up with. So here we have uptrend for the ES and the NASDAQ for both the weekly and the monthly rolling VWAP. The YM has a downtrend for the week, and seemingly here a approaching oversold, minus 1.26. It's certainly outside value. And the NASDAQ also approaching that area. So let's scroll towards the end of the chart here and make this a little bit bigger. And we see here we're approaching the lower first standard deviation, which is indeed what we also see here in the market analyzer. So that's just a quick overview of how you can work with the market analyzer for the rolling VWAP. Hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at info@listed-indicators.com. Otherwise, drop me a line in the contact form over at Listed Indicators. Always happy to hear from you. So with that, thanks for checking in and hope to hear from you soon. Take care and bye-bye.